Yo, what's up, guys? I am the Bulbasaur Entertainment, and I am followed by
Dakota.
And so today, guys, we were kind of watching a couple videos on the interwebs, and there were a couple gentlemen out there that were claiming that they know everything about shiny Pokemon. But we're here to kind of break down a new theory that we have. Would you like to show them what the numbers are?
Alright, so according to Cerebi, this is the current shiny odds in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which may or may not be correct. This is data mined numbers, so whatever the data miners decided to give us, that's what this is. So, according to this chart, if you have a chain of 25 knockout or catches, nobody really knows if it is or isn't, you will have anywhere from 31 to 33% chance of hitting extra rolls of shiny odds. So what exactly does that mean? Basically, if this is your first Pokemon encounter with this Pokemon, which I highly doubt it will be, and you're on a chain of 25, which again is impossible, you will only roll one extra shiny odd when you hit that 31% chance.
Oh, damn, look at that. I actually never knew that.
Yeah, so I think the first one is 1, the 20 Pokemon is 2, the 50 Pokemon is 3, the 100 is also 3, I think, the 2 is 4, the 300 is 5, and the 500 is 6. Is what I read online somewhere.
So I guess to put that in perspective, the Lotad that I have, which if you guys want to see, that will be a link in the description. I got that on the first day.
Yeah.
I've only had one Lotad at that point. Caught it for the Pokedex, and I randomly ran into it.
Right. So
by this chart, wouldn't it say that it's not full odds, but then that 1.5% says it isn't? Like, how, like, specifically, what do those numbers do to my odds? Like those percentages.
Those percentages? So these percentages, they are the indicator of if it's going to roll the extra odds or not. So say you encounter Pokemon. It's not shiny. That's one odd, right?
Yeah.
Now say you hit this 33% on the 500 encounters of this Pokemon. Or knockouts or catches, whatever.
While on a chain of 25.
While on a chain of 10 of 25. You will hit, it'll respin, if not shiny, again. And if it's not shiny again, it'll respin again, up to 6 times. Once it hits that 6th one, and it wasn't shiny at all, it'll give you non-shiny Pokemon.
So what that means, guys, is like, think of a giant roulette wheel. There's 4,000 spots. Let's say you don't have the shiny charm. Obviously, the shiny charm comes into play, but the game is so fresh and so new, probably most people don't have them unless you're a hardcore player. And if you do, this video still pertains to you. We will kind of get to what you'll understand later. But
yeah, the shiny odds rates are right there as well. So.
But with charm?
Yes.
Oh, charm. Okay. Never mind. Sorry, that was my fault. So it's like this giant roulette wheel. Every time you grab a Pokemon, you spin it, and you're just hoping to hit this little piece of pie. This big. Like between the gaps of my fingers. And it's that big.
So, while streaming and shiny hunting for Zigzagoon,
yes,
you had discovered what?
I was casually actually recording. I was trying to stream today, and I just so many people in the house, too many connections, too many internet bugs going on. So casually recording, and I was hearing these different sounds, and it was like what? It was kind of like an echo sound. It was kind of like it was very crisp. It was very smooth. And I just never caught on. And then eventually when I just kept going further and further into my Zigzagoon chain, it came more frequently. It felt like maybe 1 in every 4 or 1 in every 3, 1 in every 5. But then it was like really consistent. I was like, what is this? And then it just kept going. And I kept hearing it. I was like, this is odds. This is what it is. It has to be. So for you guys right now, we will play the clips of the first clip right here where it is a normal sound. We could, but this is more fun.
I don't know. What are we at?
So what I mean by that is the very first time you encounter that Rolling Rock that he did, or Roly-Coly. I always call them Rolling Rocks or whatever. First time you encounter, you hear that, it's not a very smooth sound. It's a very kind of rough sound when you encounter them, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it actually definitely has like a couple beats in there that when you encounter a Pokemon with odds, those beats aren't there. So that's how you could tell the difference. And here we will play a video of me encountering a Roly-Coly with odds, or this is what we are theorizing. So here you go. That was a yes.
You hit a yes?
Yeah. I did. So, in that video, when we encountered it, the encounter music was very smooth. There was no extra beats in there. So we'll play the first one real quick again so that you can hear.
You could, but this is more.
I don't know. Alright, and here is the second one. That was a yes. And as you can hear, there is no extra beats in that second one there. So, we have decided to chain and tally every single Pokemon that we encountered. And, oh boy, that took a good hour or two. That was a ton of whatnots.
Let me break down those numbers for everybody at home. We encountered 210 different Pokemon. So the odds are for that sound is 33%. Ours data was a little bit higher. We hit a 39%. So around that ballpark, obviously if we ran this 10,000 times, we would be able to conclusively say, hey, guess what? This is what this is. But unfortunately, we're not robots. We can't do that. And we only just kind of want to make this theory out there for you guys at home that are just like, you know, oh, well, when do I know I hit my odds? Like the rest of us at home, like, what? Why are these odds so crap? And I'm going to take a little hot take on Pokemon real quick. This is the dumbest horse crap they've ever made. This is so dumb. You can take that thing off now. Like, this, my face has got to be shown for this. This is the dumbest horse crap I've ever seen. You play Pokemon Go, 1 in 25 community days, flat. 1 in 19 legendaries raids, flat. 1 in 450 in the wild, flat. Any other games, flat. But what this noise is, the best way to compare it to you for you guys at home is, I was talking to you about this earlier. When you would chain an X and Y, you would do the radar, and then all of a sudden you hear that really fast-paced music, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? Over time, people figured out that was the shiny music, and that would increase your odds to 1 in 200. So maybe with this shiny echo sound, maybe it increases our odds even more. This game is so fresh and so new that nobody knows. Like,
right.
Because it could make the odds 1 in 200, that thing, and we only hit that shiny echo 61 times. We are not at odds for that.
Right. So what exactly does this mean, though? So if this sound is, in fact, the odds being rolled for the Pokemon when you go to first encounter it, this would mean that we could tell when you are still in a chain and not in a chain. So for example, we don't have the clip for this, but earlier I was doing a chain for the Roly-Colys, and I had encountered a trainer battle and killed the Pokemon in the battle, and I was still getting these shiny echo noises. So, because of that, if this noise is the Pokemon spinning odds, that would mean that encountering trainers does not break your chain.
Yes, and catching them does not and catching them works as a chain as well.
Oh yeah, catching does work
because
as well.
A theory was behind it. Oh, let's catch the ones at different noises. Maybe they have higher IVs. Concluded that's not a thing. That's
not. Yeah.
But kind of interesting. The crit catch rate was higher. I'm not ruling that out. I can't. Because when you were throwing, you were crit catching like you were just vacuuming them.
So many of them, yeah.
It was about 6 out of 7.
Was a crit catch.
It was 6 out of 7. Like it was, like honest, like yeah, we could have went and caught all 61 of them, but we just wanted to get this data out because I feel like, for me, I'm an ADHD guy. I want to get my shine. I want to get it now, and I want to get it right there and then. Honestly, this is probably the wrong hobby to have, but when am I going to know my odds are the best? When am I going to know that all my time and effort are going to get put into place that is going to be good? Because honestly, like I said, this method is absolutely garbage. I think this is one of the worst shiny methods I've ever had. This needs to get patched out by Pokemon. Like, because you're telling me that in Sun and Moon you can SOS chain. Oh, okay, well, boring. Put me to sleep. And then X and Y, you radar chain. That was hard, but it was worthwhile. And then Gen 5, you at least had double grass, and there was hordes in 6th Gen. This is, you maybe get opportunities. So it's a good thing that we kind of saying this out. Like, obviously, we do not have facts. We do not have a shiny off of this. But we are going to grind effortlessly to get one off of this with that sound. But we want everybody at home to know that this is what it might be.
So, also, we have checked a couple YouTubers who have pulled shinies, fortunately.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, on their channels and whatnot. So, firstly,
link in the description.
Starting with his Lotad, the sound was not there. The Lotad was full odds, and there was no chain going on at all.
No. I think it was on a chain of 5 for Tyrogue, and that was it.
Maybe?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Even if.
But that was a chain of 5. That
the
wouldn't do
echo
anything.
sound did not happen, and because of that, we can conclude that maybe this was full odds. Maybe he didn't have any extra rules going in there. We watched a couple other YouTubers who were chaining, and out of the five that we checked, 4 of them had the sound, and 1 of them did not. And we couldn't confirm if that one person was chaining or not. It
was that Wooloo. No. The 4 of them didn't. One of them did.
One of them did what?
One of them had the echo. 4 of them didn't. Because they were so early.
Oh, right. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but those were full odds hunters. Like,
yeah, those were all full odd hunters.
Because the way this game is set up, like pull up the number real quick. Even if not that number, the chart, even if you have 1 Pokemon, you still have a 1.5% chance of hitting that, which means. And another fun fact that we did, obviously we wrote down between our 0 and 25 encounters, we hit only 1 noise, and that was between 3 and 6.
Yeah. And also, with the chain, we have hit echo, shiny sounds, whatever.
Very more consistently.
We've hit them with other wild Pokemon that were not in our chain.
Only
about
1.
3 times. I hit it another time that Ash didn't get caught down.
Oh, so, that's right.
But it is possible to hit that sound. So if that's the case, you can chain us on another Pokemon and then go to another Pokemon and just run away from them to try to get a shiny of a different. I don't know. I mean, I know some Pokemon are harder to find, so this might be a little better to do for those more difficult to find Pokemon. On top of that,
but like we were saying, this game is so fresh and so new. There's no way to understand because you could have 500 Zigzagoons and you have a 25 chain, but it just rolls into that 1 and 1.5% because we encountered multiple non-Zigzagoon roly-colies.
Oh, yeah.
And that sound wasn't happening. I got 1 Tyrogue, he got 1 Mudbray, something like that.
Right. And something else that we did notice, for some reason, and this is not accurate at all, but based off of what we were doing, it did seem like chaining Pokemon inside the same patch of grass gave you more shiny echoes.
Yes.
So leaving your patch of grass, every single time we left our patch of grass and went back in and hit one of the Pokemon, it was not a shiny echo.
No,
but
once in a while it was, but it just decreased. It just he hit 7 in a row, and then all of a sudden he left and it wasn't hitting any. Nope. But I had to keep going grass to grass to grass because Zigzagoons weren't spawning. I was getting those stupid flower Pokemon and Growlithe, so I was leaving, coming back, wasn't hitting them, and he's just stay in the same patch of grass.
So you may be better off catching Pokemon or battling Pokemon or
stay in the same grass. Stay in the same area. Stay in the same area of your cave. Things bump into you, run from them. That's the best advice I can give. Make sure you listen for that noise. Play it one more time before we sign off.
All right, so I will play both of the sounds one last time here. This is the... Hold on one moment. This is the... Not getting it.
Good, but this is more fun.
I don't know. And this is the... Getting it. That was a yes.
You want to focus
Yeah, yes.
really on that first part. That it's just kind of a nice wind echo. Just
All right, so I'll play it one more time.
it's such a nice sound, isn't it?
It's clean. It really
It's
is.
a crisp sound. I love that sound. But I think we should probably sign off before we just keep kind of talking.
Yeah.
Like these are our conversations with ourselves, guys.
So
in the house.
we are going to do more tests on basically just what breaks your chains and what doesn't break your chains. We'll do another video on this.
Shiny Zigzagoon.
The more we do chaining, and we're just gonna keep looking out for the sound and see if this is what we think it is, which based off of what we've done so far,
Very light
we're
numbers,
almost certain
though.
it is.
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching. If you think that this is something to look into, or you have something that you'd like to add on to this, please comment. Share this video with all of your friends who also shiny hunt.
Put
might
this
help
on
them out.
Reddit, Facebook, MySpace. I don't care, guys. I was thinking about this all day today. I am very proud of this. And so I hope you guys all good luck on your hunts. Make sure, obviously, subscribe. Hit that bell button, guys. We try to do live streams every single day, whether we're playing the game, live streaming, or even just doing other stuff. If you guys want to see more from us, yeah, let's just get this going.
All right. Signing off. Later.